So The Brood was done in the fall, I don't remember of what year, but it was, the tax shelters were exploding in Canada. So the following February, March, April, May, we realized that we could raise almost as much money as we could. And we, with the financial advisor and everything, decided to do a 3-picture program, the film plan program, where we were explaining to the investors that it was better to invest in 3 films than 1 because you could hedge your bets. But it was very important that all 3 films be completed by the end of the year, principal photography. So I told David, "Do you have something?" He said, "Yeah, I'm working on something called The Sensitives." I said, "David, we can shoot this fall. The money's there." Because David works at his own pace. And David said, "Okay, I'll get it done. Let me work on the script." Okay, so then started what I will always remember, and I'm a very organized guy. If you look at my desk, you understand. The most disorganized production of my life. First, we decided we were going to shoot the movie in Montreal. This was much more money. We were fully funding it. I wanted to be close to the movie, the making of the movie. Okay. The money was mainly coming from Quebec, so it was another reason, from investors in Quebec. David had no problem with that. So we spent way, way more time together than on The Brood. On the script front, I love working with him. Because I remember a dinner we had one night, and one of our first dinners, and we were going to talk about the script. And David said to me, he says, "Pierre, here's my way of developing a script with a producer. You make your comments. I give you my comments. You reply to my comments. I reply to your comments. We have no egos involved. You could be anybody, I could be anybody. We discuss calmly about what's best for the movie, and if you convince me, great. If I convince you, great. If we can't convince each other, we continue talking until one of us is convinced. You don't impose your producerial view, and I don't impose my director view." It was so refreshing because he approached everything from a very Cartesian type of dialogue where, and I like that, where, okay, you don't think this guy should do that. Tell me why you don't think he would do that. And I would say it was a give and take. And the script was really a give and take. Now, why was it so disorganized? The script was a give and take, but it was very, and he really wanted him. What we found out, David also, is Stephen was not an actor. He was not directable. He was being himself. Okay. We had Patrick McGowan. Patrick was king in the second half of the day. As the day went by, he couldn't act. Okay, that's number 2. Jennifer O'Neill, she was, call it the name, okay? We had 2 issues. Number 1, she didn't really, I don't know if she read the script or not, but she didn't realize she was doing a horror film. So when she arrived in Canada, almost ready to shoot, she said, "I'm not doing this movie if all these heads are exploding." There were 5 or 6. We had to cut it down to 1. So big rewrite at the last minute. Number 2, she was a bit of a diva. She wanted a white piano, long, big piano in her, no problem, you know. But she did her work. But they were so different, these 3 actors, and they all had never been done, like exploding a head. Okay, nobody knew how to explode a head. And we had some good people. We had Gary Zeller, who just died, unfortunately, and Dick Smith and all. But Gary Zeller, we had a warehouse in Montreal Harbor. The first time we did it, he had tried something, created a head and put dynamite in different places, pockets of dynamite. Did it, 2 cameras, 3 cameras, disaster. These little pockets of dynamite went in different areas. It didn't feel right at all. So for 3 weeks in a row, every Saturday, we would, during the week, they would construct heads, and on Saturday, come back to the camera and try another way to do it. And after the end of the 3rd week, nothing was working. It's either smoke was coming out, part of the head fell, the other part stayed there. I mean, it was laughable. Gary said, excuse my expression, fuck that. He goes in his truck and he comes back with a sawed shotgun. Sure. You know, what are you going to do? He said, watch me. Yes. He goes, no, mannequins here, you know. He goes under with the shotgun like this, and he shoots. Bang! You know, it was fantastic, you know. So, but we didn't know. Then we had a number of scenes of action, like the truck. Everybody was doing it, you know, flying by the seats of the pants. So we're on St. Catherine Street, Top Street, Montreal, on late at night. It was simply, no car coming there, no car coming there. Okay, send the truck through the window. There was no safety and everything. Now I look at it and I'm saying, oh my God, we took so many risks. But the bottom line is that worked. But every day there was something going upside down. When we started the movie, we didn't know how it was going to end, really. The script, he was writing at night, David, you know, hiding from Patrick McGowan. But to make a long story short, we finished it. And as we were editing, it was episodic, it was fragmented, some stuff didn't make sense, it was a lot of work. And then I brought it to AFCO Embassy, to my friend Bob Ramey, who had left Roger Corman and became president of AFCO, and says, I want that movie. But then he said, I want the movie, but not the ending you have, which wasn't very good. So AFCO advanced another $100,000, and we shot the ending in Toronto. Yeah, and it all came clear to me and to Bob Ramey and to the people around. When the audience saw that head exploding, I've never seen that. They went crazy in the theater. It went absolutely crazy. So we started the campaign, and I remember how we did the trailer and the TV spot was basically shooting the guy there, you know, hugging, and then turning the camera to the audience and seeing it, oh my God, standing up, going like this, oh. That was the trailer, that was the promo, the rest was history. I mean, I remember getting the grosses of the first weekend. I was here in LA. There was a drive-in over the weekend that did like $343,000. I mean, the numbers were astronomical. They were incredible. Bob Ramey was saying, I can't believe these numbers. These are total major studio, big success numbers. But like any horror film, the second week goes 50%, the third week you're almost dead, you know? And then it went around the world, and it was the same thing. When I went to Paris, there were huge posters and enormous. And you have no idea the size of these posters on the department stores and everywhere. It was a big hit. It was a worldwide hit. Now David Cronenberg was a name.